with npm, you have to start with application with npm start command. What this npm start command will do, it will serve the angular application for you in localhost 4200. And coming for the angular it is having several dependencies, means it is having like if we are going for this package.json. I think here it is. Yeah. So if we are going for this package.json, here we can able to see this my app and scripts. All the scripts belong to the starting and building and testing lint and ete. This is like an mostly we won't use this last. This is for linting. Linting means it is to arrange the application. This is for testing. This is for building the application. This is to start the application. This is ng command, is general command it is. Okay. And the end-to-end application view, we can able to see E to E. Here we are having like some defaultly given Angular related packages. All those packages will be installed. All these at Angular animations, at Angular common. These will be, we will see combinedly in the step by step in future, why they are used and then how they are used, how we are going to import these commands. For example, if I am having a Angular form, from this rectangular form I can able to create a angular form. So how can we create about that angular form, that we can see. And also at router, how to create a router, where we are going to see with at angular router. And also like by CLI, and like this, these are the dev dependencies. Okay. So these are all belong for to these are all these are all the core process of bringing your application to you. Okay, these are the core process of bringing the application for you. So what are these dependencies, where they are located, means they are located inside the node modules. If I go for these node modules, I can able to find this at angular animation. So let me check this at angular animation where it is located. At angular animation, see. So these are the bundle of again, this is a project. This though it is a project, whatever you are calling, you will get to your, I mean, whatever the desired icons or something, they will be coming for you from here. These are some internal. Okay, you don't need to mess about that. Okay. So at likewise we are having it at common, and also we are having at forms. Okay. Once you are doing some npm install, that these are all dependencies in Java we call as jar files. Here we call as node modules. Okay. So with these node modules only, our application will run, and also it will bring that features to our main application. Okay. So let me take that project like what I have created. Sorry. This is the one I created just now. So here I'll find some default, by default some something here. 1 second. So by default I will have this application app component, and also I will have this app component.html. Last time we saw about what is this HTML. and how they are styled and all. So all this app component is created here in this app declaration, and this app component will be bootstrapped to the main application actually. Yeah. So let me go for terminal, but I don't know why I am not getting the terminal. Now it fine, cool. So to create a new, to create a new component, what is the command? ng generate generate component name. So let me take like I'm going to take some card details component. Okay, so now you can find the card details component is created and bootstrapped here in the application. Okay, in with this ng at ng module is a main module. It's just like a gateway to bring your components to the angular. So if you declare here and you created here a component, and if you are not using that component here, means it won't be compiled, it won't come to the scope of the angular. That we have to keep in mind. Okay, so like this app module .ts is most important file. In real time also you'll find the same file. So there where the main bootstraps will happen, bootstrap will happen. Okay, so let us think like your I mean we are having these two components, right? So let me go and first start this application. So let us see like what is happening. um, View. Okay, so and height, and another one is width. Let me take width. Width is some 100%. Let us think all these are here. Okay, so still I think 1 second. Okay, so let me give some non-div only. We'll give some UVS components. Okay, so now we are finding that view. Okay, the one is like some coffee. Okay, and cool. So if I want to create these are, so let us think like this is some car and Karadi or bench, right? So if we are here I am having this component, car details component. Okay, so here I am going to create some some other details. So let us think like I am having here one para and car details. Okay, and I am giving here some car details, and I am giving a div here. So within this div, I am going to use some UL, and I am giving some li and here I am giving separate. Let us think like car dimension, and also I am giving some kind of car height and car width. Car weight, some 200 kg, 300 kgs or something. 4 meters length, 2 meters length, and dimension some 2 into 3. Likewise, I give something I gave here, but this card details is the one which will be selected from this app card details. So this is the one which will route the data, right? So I have to take this app card details. So if I am comparing this one, right, I don't app car bench and car ID. So this is the one which is available here in app.html, but I have to associate this this component, this details to the app component. So how can I able to do here is like I can able to manage here with app card details. So whatever the component available here in the TS section, so I can able to call that component. So now you can able to find the dimensions card details like card dimension, width and height, whatever I have given in other component. I can able to call that component to the app here in this main component. Okay, likewise you have to call from one component to other component. Okay, and yeah, uh, you people are having any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir, no, no.
Okay. So have you practiced starting a new project?
Yeah, sir. Practice చేశాను sir.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. So let us see some other things also. Means, yeah, we can use some car, title like binding. I want to bind some data, like suppose some title data, and which is there here in car details, but I want to give the information about this title in the component. So the component where I am giving here like title, and I am giving that component as one second. Okay. So you can able to bind a data. Okay, this is called string interpolation. Okay, the string interpolation will happen by giving two flower braces starting, two flower braces ending. Okay, likewise you will call some variable in your application from the TS. I mean, here from TS I created title, more details of car. Okay, I want to call this a variable to my HTML. How can I do it? I can do it with string interpolation, where I want to give the title here, and it should be enclosed with two flower braces starting, two flower braces ending. Okay, uh, that is how it is actually. That's how we have to do string interpolation, or this is one of the data binding technique. This is one of the data binding technique actually. So suppose, if let us think, I have some array here. Let us think, I have a array here in the uh, component section. Okay, so for example, I have here some some car parts or something. Okay, so here I have like, one is like tire, that one is like engine, and other one is like door, yeah, one is like glasses. Yeah, other one is here. So these are the different parts of the car I have. This is an array, right? This is an array, but I want to iterate this array. I want to show this array in my component. In my component, I want to show this array. So let us first do an horizontal bar here. So how can I can do is, I have to make it with an UL with an iteration. I want to show it with iteration. Okay, so here, first thing is, I will start with one div here, and within this div, I am going to start like array car parts or something. Okay, so, and with here I am starting with select, since I want to put it in some array. I want to put it in some select. So let us think, I want to put here option, and there is one internal directive, that is ngFor. Suppose if we are having one or more data selection, then we have to go for ngFor to iterate and get the data. Since earlier here the data is only this component here, that the data is only single item, you can able to call that with a string interpolation. But now the case is different. In this case, I am having several outputs here. Several, array of data I have. So in this case, I have to go for a ngFor, and I want to get that all details. So let us think here, like I have let I of months, okay, or not months here, car parts, car parts, okay, and here I have to again interpolate. I have to bring it. So now I will find the tire and engine, door, glasses, and gearbox to my view. To my view, I can able to see it. Are you people okay with this? I mean, are people understanding why I gave
Just
array?
repeat once, sir.
NG for selecting the arrays only, right?
Yeah, right. NG for is for multiple selections. If you want to select an array, if you want to select a array, which should come to to the UI. So in that cases, we have to go for NG for. So if it is like a single value you have and you want to read it in your UI, then you have to go for string interpolation. This is string interpolation.
That is for a single,
Yeah, single.
like single one.
Yeah, if it is for single, if it is for you know mm, if it is for single display of the data. Okay, then we have to go for this is single interpolation. But coming for this this thing, if I have a data in a array, if I want to display the data of array in a in the front end, then we have to go for this string. I mean, I'm string and ng for and
NG.
star ng for. It's a directive where you are getting the data and you want to display that data likewise. Yeah. Fine, right, Shaker?
Yeah, sir. Okay.
So so let us think you are having some you know condition oriented here. Let us think like um I, I have one span here, and let us think I have a span, and with it, on a basis of a condition, I want to render some details. So at that point of time, it is like this: if if is one more directive for conditional rendering. This is one more directive for conditional rendering. Okay, so let us think um, I have one variable is available. Okay, so if it is true, then let us think I want to execute condition 1, else I want to execute condition 2. Okay, so this is my span. So and here I am going to first display like condition is some valid or something, and I am going to give here ng template. This is a ng template is one of the directive of Angular, so which will display some sort of HTML elements. ng template consists of some pieces of HTML elements. So it can be an condition, or it can be some set of statements. Okay, so here in this ng template, I am going to give some first here hash condition 1, and the same template I am giving for condition 2. So if it is condition 2, I am going to display like condition 2 data, condition 1 data, and here I am giving like condition 2 data. Okay, now in the main view, I want to see, since it is not declared, this is available is not declared, it will show us error. Okay, so where we want to declare this one, we have to declare in the ts is available. is available, and here I am using true. Okay, so see here, if the condition is true, if this is available is true, then where it should go? It should go for the, it should go and render the condition 1, right? So and it should display the condition 1 data. That's what it is happening here. So if let me put this as false. So if I am putting here false, what should happen? It should go and take this else condition, and it should execute the condition 2. Here in the condition 2, it will display whatever the data is available here in the ng template. That one it will go and render to the UI. So all these in these two, though they are two templates, they won't render as it is. They will render based on the ng if condition whatever I am giving here. So here if I am giving true, then if it is condition 1, this ng template will execute. If it is like condition 2, this ng2 template will execute. Ng template condition 2 will execute. Likewise, it will display based on the condition what you are passing from the front end. Any doubts here, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir, no.
Okay.
Sir, mute లో ఉంది సార్ మీకు.
So yeah, so let us go for some click events. I was telling. So let us think like we have some button here. And I am having here CLICK click and giving here my function. Okay, my function, and I am giving here $event. Okay, so this is the button. Let us think I have here. So I have to give some data here like click. So now you can find the click here. Let us think I have a para. Okay, do here. Style. So separating. No, it is not picking. Yeah, we'll see some. Okay. So we have declared that function, but we have not given any output for it. So we have to go for this my function here in this. So this is just like a view, and for this view, for this click event, I have to write a function. I have to write a function for that click. So you can give here my click, and here I am giving some event, and I click and event, and here I am giving some alert. Let me think like I am giving some alert. Submit. So let me go and click here. I think it is yet to refresh. I think other one is different. This is my function. That's why it is not coming. So here also it should be my function. So, and if I am clicking on it, you can find it like you clicked on car event, right? You clicked on car submit. Okay. So if I want to, check this,
Unknown caller.
so, and also if I want to check this, right, this condition, I can click here, and if you want to console log this event, or event console log this event, you can give like a console.log, and in click. So here you can give the console statements for this also, where I can find, if I click on it, it should display. You can find the click here. So if you want to give some event related, event dot target dot dollar event dot, okay, comma event, just give some event, and let me go and check now. Here it is having multiple like mouse click event details like this. So most of them are related to the, whatever the situations you are in. Like suppose if it is alt control key press down, or key press up. Likewise, many are there. Okay. We are just clicking for, we are just taking this click event alone. Okay. Yeah.